Hello everybody, it's Jess and welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am here with a book haul video and this is the last book haul that I will ever do of 2022 and I'm very excited to share all of these books with you. So without further ado, let me just show them to you. So I have quite a stack of books here actually, but the books that I'm going to show you are books that I have acquired from the middle of September up till now. So there's a good 3 or 4 months worth of books here. So I don't think I've gone too crazy with the book buy-in, and a lot of them as well are secondhand. In fact, I think it's half and half. I think I've got half newly bought books and then half secondhand books. But yeah, I'm just going to stop talking and I'm just going to show them to you. So first of all, I'm going to show you 2 books that I got through the post. They were pre-orders and it was an actual nightmare getting hold of these books. I pre-ordered them at the start of the year. They were both meant to come out at the start of September, but Waterstones were having some issues, and I'm not going to knock Waterstones too much, or most of Waterstones, because I do love that store, but oh my gosh, their issues with getting their pre-orders out on time, and any order in general, was horrendous. It wasn't great. So these books actually turned up several weeks after I was supposed to receive them. But yeah, the first one is a book that I've been highly anticipating for a long time, and that is Babel by R.F. Kuang. Some people call it Babel, but I feel like it's Babel because, you know, it only has one B. I love R.F. Kuang. The Poppy War trilogy, phenomenal. The Poppy War, one of my favourite fantasy books ever. This is kind of like a dark academia fantasy type novel. I'm not really sure. It just sounds very complicated, very in-depth, which is what I love about R.F. Kuang and her storytelling. She's very thorough. She leaves no stone unturned. Her world building is just so imaginative and vivid and interesting. But yeah, this is set in Oxford in 1836. It is the centre of all knowledge and progress in the world, and at its heart is Babel, Oxford University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation, the tower from which all the power of the empire flows. We are following someone called Canton, who is orphaned and brought to England by a mysterious guardian called Robin Swift through... Oh, hello, Luna. Who thought Babel a paradise, and then until it became a prison. But can a student stand against an empire? That's all I know about it, but it sounds so fucking amazing, and so many people have read this already, and I know that I say that I am anticipating this, and I am, but I'm also very nervous because it is a chunky book. But I'm going to save it. Luna, stop being naughty. Oh my god. 1 second. Luna, come here. Come on, baby. Stop being naughty. Stop being naughty. I'm trying to film a video. You come and lay down here, yeah? Good girl. But yeah, I'm going to save it for the new year. And I know I am missing out because, like I said, everyone's read this and they love it. But I think it's going to be a good start to the year. So yeah. There's that one. And then the second book that I got from my pre-orders was Stephen King's Fairy Tale. This is like the first ever Stephen King book that I have pre-ordered, that I have bought. My first ever Stephen King new release, actually. So I'm very excited. This one has a lot of mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think if you're a fan of his horror, you're not going to like this one, and vice versa. But I believe it is about a boy who finds an opening in the earth. I think it's like a portal or something, and he goes through it. I'm not 100% sure. Oh my god, Luna, leave it. I'm just gonna sit here with treats and hope that she behaves. Luna, sit. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Stay. Stay. Good girl. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by this one. And again, it's another one that I'm going to save for the new year. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. This is difficult. Come here. Luna, come here. So the next book that I'm going to talk about is another chunky book, and that is oh my god. Oh my god, Luna. I can't do this. I can't. Just stop. Come on. I love you, but stop. Please. Do you want these? Come on then. Good girl. Alright, while she's eating those, yeah, another chunky book is Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. Watched House of the Dragon and it was phenomenal, and I can't believe it's taken me so long to buy this book because it has been on my TBR for such a long time, but I finally got my hands on it. It was £5 in the works, as you can see by that horrible sticker. But I've looked through this and it has some like incredible illustrations and stuff in it, which I'm very excited by. I think it's going to add an extra layer to the story. I've heard that the writing style of this is a little bit different to how A Song of Ice and Fire is written, because it's written more of like a historic account, more than the story happening as it happens, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is about the Targaryens and the dynasty before everything that happened in Game of Thrones, and I'm very interested in it. But again, it's another one that makes me very nervous because it's a very chunky book. So next we have The Curfew by T.M. Logan. Waterstones had this in their like sale section or their clearance section on their trolley. I got it for £5. I read The Holiday by T.M. Logan. Yeah, so I read The Holiday last summer and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was such a fun thriller and it ended up being 5 stars for me. So I'm very interested in this one. I do have another book of his as well called The Catch, which I haven't read yet. But this one is about Luna. Luna, I've got treats and she just wants the treats. Luna, come here. Luna, what's this? Come here. Luna. Yeah, so this is about Andy and Laura, and they tell their son Connor that he can go out with friends to celebrate completing exams, but he needs to be home by midnight. And then Connor goes missing, and yeah, all the families start accusing each other, I guess, trying to find out what's happened to Connor. But yeah, sounds very interesting and I really enjoyed The Holiday, so I think I'm going to like this one. I liked T.M. Logan's writing. And then on that same trip to Waterstones, I picked up The Pall Bearers Club by Paul Tremblay. This is his newest release. I actually haven't read anything by Paul Tremblay yet. I have a couple of his books on my Kindle, but I haven't read anything by him yet, so I might do a vlog where I read like 3 of his books and see which ones I like the most. But this one sounds really interesting because it's written as if it's an autobiography of this guy. He started up the Pall Bearers Club, and they like mourned people. Luna, what's this? They like mourned people that no one else mourned. So they went to funerals and stuff and were like professional mourners. And he had this friend called Mercy. He thought she was a bit weird. So he's writing this like memoir about their time in the Pall Bearers Club and telling it how he saw it. But then she's also like got notes and stuff on the side that says like that didn't happen, or it happened like this, or actually this is what was said, that kind of thing. It sounds really interesting. But yeah, I've heard really good things about this. Some booktubers that I like have liked this, so yeah, I think I'll like that one too. Is that nice? Is that nice? So next we're going to move on to the 5 books that I picked up in charity shops. So the first one is How to Kidnap the Rich, and this is by Rahul Raina. This one again is a book that I think came out last year, and it has been on my TBR for a while. This one sounds really interesting. It's about Ramesh Kumar, who grew up deprived and unloved, working on his father's tea stall in an old city of Delhi. Now brilliant but poor, he makes a lucrative living taking tests for the sons of India's elite when one of his clients, the sweet but hapless 18-year-old Rudy Saxena, places first in the All India's, the National University entrance exams. Ramesh sees an unmissable opportunity and cashing in on Rudy's newfound celebrity. All goes well for both boys for a while, but Rudy's role on a game show leads the boys through a maze of crimes, both large and small, and their dizzying journey reveals an India in all its complexity, beauty and squalor. I'm still not 100% sure what it's about, but yeah, the title really captivated me, so I've been wanting to read that one for a while, and I got it for about 50p in a charity shop, so it's a win-win really. So from that same trip to the same charity shop, I picked up Familiar Things. This is by Hwang Sok-yong. He is a Korean author, and I've never heard of this, but I really like Korean fiction. I just find it really fascinating, so this one really appealed to me. It's set in Seoul. There's a 14-year-old boy and his mother arrive at Flower Island, which is a vast landfill site on the outskirts of Seoul. They soon become part of the eclectic community of impoverished outsiders who make their living weeding recyclables from the rubbish. Then one night, Bug-Eye, that's his name, notices mysterious lights dancing around the landfill. Could it be the island's ancient spirits? And is his luck about to change? Familiar Things depicts a society on the edge of dizzying economic and social change. It is a haunting reminder to all of us to be careful of what we throw away. So it's got some commentary there on about waste and recycling and looking after the earth and reusing things. And it sounds really interesting. So yeah, never heard of it, but I think I might enjoy it. Then at my local co-op, they have a charity bookcase where you can put books in or take books out and pay a donation to a charity. They had The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. And again, I've not read anything by Neil Gaiman. I have one of his other books, which I'm very interested in reading sometime soon. But this one has been on my TBR for a while. It's one of his most popular books, and I'm very excited to read it. I thought this was a great find. I didn't realise how short it was. Yeah, so as with Neil Gaiman, he always has that kind of magical, mystical element to his storytelling. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I've got 3 more books to go, and they were books that I actually picked up today on the day of filming. The first one is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. I have already read this book, but I found this copy in one of my local charity shops and I thought, why not? It is one of my favourite books, so I feel like I deserve to have a copy. This is incredible. It's so atmospheric and it is definitely not what you will be expecting. I highly recommend it if you want a very interesting literary thriller to read. Then I also picked up this very quirky book. It's called A Horse Walks into a Bar. And it's not a book that I would normally go for, but the title really intrigued me. And this is set in a comedy club in an Israeli town. We are following this comedian who is going through a bit of a downfall. And he is on stage doing a show. He's falling apart and he exposes a wound he has been living with for years, a fateful and gruesome choice he had to make between the 2 people who were dearest to him. And apparently this book will make me laugh and cry. So yeah, it sounds very interesting, very intriguing. I've never heard of it before, but I'm going to give it a go. The last book that I'm going to talk about is William Golding's The Lord of the Flies, a classic book that a lot of people read when they were in school. I never actually read it. I haven't read it, but I want to read it. It is about a plane that crashes on a desert island. The only survivors are a group of schoolboys and they have to learn how to survive. And I've heard that it's very creeping and creepy. Luna, sit. And quite terrifying. Oh my gosh, this video is such a disaster. And yeah, the boys go through some quite horrendous things. Does it actually feature any flies? I'm not really sure, but I'm excited to read this. I need to read some more modern classics. I think it's going to be right up my street, actually. And also, I love this edition. I love this cover. I think it's really cool. So, yeah, I'm really happy that I found that one. Stop being naughty, baby. Stop being naughty. Stop being naughty. You can't eat it. You can't eat the Christmas tree, can you? It's not going to make you feel very nice. And I don't want no more vet bills. Because you're expensive. I can't afford it. Luna, come on. Luna. Sorry, this video has been a bit of a disaster. But that's what having a puppy is like sometimes. But yeah, those are some of the books that they picked up in the last few months. I'm very excited to read all of these. I don't know when I will read them. It might be tomorrow, it might be next month, it might be in a few years' time, maybe in the next lifetime, I'm not sure, but I'll get them read eventually. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Luna's antics, because I'm not going to film this video again. I can't. But yeah. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of the books that I've talked about in today's video, what you thought of them, whether there were any books that you think I will enjoy or won't enjoy. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. Please leave a cheeky thumbs up if you like this video as well, because it does really help with my channel. You can also subscribe and hit the bell button, so you will be notified every single time I do upload. And yeah, having said all of that, I will see all of you lovely people, and Luna will see all of you lovely people in the next video very soon. Bye, guys.